Hey, what is going on, guys? Today's video we're going to be discussing Dying Light 2, the possible release date, and when can we expect brand new gameplay. If you guys don't know, we've gotten gameplay, but the last time we got gameplay was over a year ago, and that was at E3 2019. So guys, we have not gotten Dying Light 2 gameplay for a while now. We've gotten some news updates. I made a video about Dying Light. It's in its final stretch of releasing, so that was good news right there. They talked about the polishing, they talked about development's been going well, and they're very close to pretty much, Dying Light is pretty much in the final stretch, is ready at this point. It's just really just polishing at the end of the day is what they're really doing. So Dying Light 2, that was a lot of good news. Everyone enjoyed that. And also I want to say thank you for support I got in the video. It was really great. And yeah, so back to this topic. Now guys, I'm gonna shoot in the dark here. I'm gonna say Dying Light 2 gameplay wise is, if you guys know this, the Summer Game Fest, I'm gonna be honest, the Summer Game Fest, it was alright. I don't think E3, I think E3 is a little bit more better than this Game Fest. I did not think this shit was kind of like, it was alright, bro. The only things that I guess in this Game Fest, it wasn't even Game Fest, it was Sony. It was a PS5 event, and that's about it, and then some other stuff. But, it's just that I didn't really think this Game Fest was really all that. I didn't think it was the biggest hype. I think E3 can do it better. But whatever the case is. So Dying Light 2, we saw nothing of Dying Light 2 here, not even an announcement. We saw somewhat announcements here and there. I think it was just like developer updates, but that's not really anything I guess you could say you care about that, but me, all I really care about is mainly like when a developer is talking about the game, they have new gameplay, showing off new mechanics, new things are adding into the game, because we're getting close to the release. The game got delayed indefinitely, and so I had a speculation of why that was, and again, it was optimization, polishing and stuff, but that was one theory of mine. But the other reason was, the main reason was because of the next gen systems, the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Now, this theory that the reason why I think Dying Light 2, when we get to the releasing wise, when I talk about the release date, it's gonna have something to do with the next gen system topic. But back to Dying Light 2 gameplay. Now, I think we're gonna get Dying Light 2 gameplay in September. Why do I think September? Because I don't think August has anything to do with Dying Light 2. I think the only thing that has anything to do with Dying Light is Dying Light, just the number one, because we're getting the Hellraid DLC. If you guys don't know, the Hellraid DLC was supposed to come out in July, but because after some beta tests, the DLC itself, it needed a lot of work. There were some server issues, there's a lot of glitches going on in the game, some bugs, so they delayed it. But if you're on PC, you can actually play the beta still. I've seen Best Gamer Ali, a lot of other Dying Light YouTubers play the game, and they said it had some issues, but overall the DLC is pretty solid. So when the DLC does come out August 23rd, it's a new release date. When it does drop, it'll drop for console as well, so do not worry. It is not a Dying Light fucking, what was the name of that? I can't remember the open world one. Geez, I really can't remember the Dying Light. What do they call that open world expansion? Yeah, see, it's been a while. See, look at that. I don't even see. That's what happens when Techland doesn't even care about that anymore. It's like, what was it called? The open world, the Dying Light Battle Royale, like that. It's not like that where they won't make it for consoles, but the Dying Light Hellraid DLC will be dropping for everyone, and the full version will be dropping on August 23rd. If you have PC, I think you can still play the beta, but I highly doubt that. But yeah, just check out gameplay of it. You can see Best Gamer Ali. You just type in Dying Light Hellraid DLC gameplay and you'll see it. But either way, I'm waiting for August 23rd. That's the only news. And why would, at the end of the day, I think we're going to get news after that. Maybe a few weeks after, we'll get an announcement of brand new Dying Light 2 gameplay, or it will either be a surprise. Now, the Summer Game Fest, it started from May, and it ends in August. So there's still hope that we could get something in August, but I highly doubt that. I think we might get some announcements, but barely, like just it's bare minimum. I don't believe we're gonna get a whole shit ton of for Dying Light 2. I think September is the right time, and the reason why I say that is because, one, it's close to some of the leaks and theories people have been talking about. There was a leak way back then where they talked about the game. It was leaked on GameStop where it's supposed to come out in September, but again, that's just, it's a leak. It could be a shelf date. You never really know what it is, but they did talk about that. So I think we're, instead of the game releasing in September, I think we're gonna get an actual brand new gameplay trailer of Dying Light 2, where we get to see brand new mechanics, possibly new stuff, what they've been working on, is updated gameplay overall. And I believe the game will go gold too as well around that time. And then that's just what I believe we're gonna get. I think we're getting gameplay in September to October, but I think September is a solid time. But if not, October. because, you know, Halloween and stuff, and that's just the month where Techland posts the most, and they have so many community events going on during that time when Dying Light was out. So at the end of the day, I expect to see some gameplay around those 2 months. We could see something at the end of August, but I don't know, man. I just haven't. I would have thought maybe, just maybe, we would have got something in the middle of July, or maybe like at the starting of August, but we still haven't. We could possibly get something, possibly, but I highly doubt it. I'm mainly just for new gameplay. I'm just kind of waiting for September and October. Those are the main months. And then the next gen systems. Now let's get to the release date of Dying Light 2. When can we see Dying Light 2 release? It's supposed to release this year. They did say it was supposed to. Well, it got delayed indefinitely. We don't know when it could release. But in my speculation is this: is that if we get gameplay in September and October, we will probably get a release date as well. And that release date. Now, another reason why I think they're keeping Dying Light 2 from not releasing, where they're not really giving a release date, well, one, of course, the things that are happening in the world right now as well, you have to think about that too. But when they made that interview saying that was in his final stretch, they're finishing up on Dying Light 2 and just pretty much doing the final touches on the game, just polishing and all that, it kind of makes you think that the game is ready. It's almost there. It's not fully there, but it's almost there. Like, it's close. And I think we might see the game go gold in September and October in the new gameplay. And then I don't see the game. The game, it could either, one, come out with the next gen systems. I think that's another reason why they're holding it, is for the next gen system. So it'll come out for everything: PS4, Xbox One, PS5, and Series X. So it'll come out for everyone. You could buy it then. Or they could release it in, I don't know, in like a few weeks early before the next gen systems, where you get the PS4 and Xbox One version first, and then you can upgrade them as well later on. Or if you want to wait till the next gen console release. Like I said, we don't know if the next gen consoles will release in November. That's just a speculation. Holiday 2020. It could even be later, but that could be the way. Instead of upgrading, you might just want to get the PS5. They'll just release it with the PS5 as well, and then it'll come out as a launch. As a launch game for the next gen systems. But I would think they release it maybe a week or two early, if not then with the next gen console, so everyone will get it when the next gen consoles drop. Maybe November. You never really know, guys. The way the world is working right now, it could be even like I said, Dying Light 2, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, and honestly, it could happen. It could happen where Dying Light 2 could go through another delay. It won't be a major delay, but it could be a delay where instead of, it comes out with the next gen systems, it comes out in January of 2021. Now, guys, why do I think Techland might look at it like, oh, the launch system, like, the window, it's pretty busy. There's a lot of games coming out. There's Cyberpunk, which again, I'm not a big Cyberpunk person. I don't really, what I've seen so far is not really impressive in my opinion, but it is what it is. You guys might like Cyberpunk. Me, not a Cyberpunk guy, but they see a lot of big games coming. I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out then too as well. And again, another game I'm not really looking forward to either. But they're gonna see a lot of big games come at the time. I don't think they'll want to clutter it in any way. So I think, and this is where I believe this is what I believe will happen, is that we'll get gameplay in October, September, but a release date is gonna be in 2021, and it'll definitely be either January. It'll have to be January, in my opinion. I think it'll be either January. Because I could see it. You could say the next gen consoles, it'll release with it, but I don't know, man. That's a busy month. So, guys, that is a busy month right there. It could come out at the launch of the next gen systems. That could be a possibility, but I don't see that. My final verdict on when we can see this game releasing will be either in 2021 of February or January. Now, guys, the only game that comes out in January, or if it will come out in January, is Hitman 3, which again, that'd be perfectly fine with me having 2 games right there. I think they'd be spread out perfectly fine, but knowing Techland, Dying Light 1 was supposed to come out in February of 2015, but then since the game was ready, they kind of released it in January. So they released it, I would say, a month early, and it was the only game at that month, I believe, that came out, or it was like the big major game that a lot of people were worrying about at that time. Maybe there might have been other games, but I can't remember, man. Honestly, I was on Dying Light. So they might look for a month where Dying Light 2 can just flourish and have its own, a lot of people will be attracted to it, a lot of people will see the buzz to it, and it'll just have its own month. I think that's what they're going for. And seeing as, either February, January looks like one of those times where I could see this game happen. 2021 is seems like the likely year to see Dying Light release. And yeah, man, I they could release it again. They could still release it at the launch of 2020 of these brand new consoles, if these consoles even come out around that time. You never know what could happen at that moment. Plans could change, and either Techland might not want to launch with the consoles, and they might want to either launch it in a different time, where all versions of the game will come out in either 2021, of like not like a late 2020, like an early 2021, like again, January, February is the months I'm looking at. If not that, the launch of the next gen console. Those are the time we could see Dying Light 2 release. Now, either way, the gameplay, I already said the times I think we're getting brand new gameplay is going to be September to October. And then we could always get something in August as well, but I highly doubt it, because we haven't even got one thing for Dying Light 2 in this. All we got was that one article that we had. But the only thing we got in that month was an article saying that it's in the final stretch of release. So I wouldn't be surprised we got a brand new gameplay show in August, at the end of August, not early. I would say the end of August, but the best time I see gameplay is September and October. That's the only time I will see it. I believe that's when we will get gameplay for Dying Light 2, a brand new segment of it, and just showing off the new mechanics. And yeah, and the release-wise, my full-on theory, I'm going to say games that come out 2021, man. I don't know why I say that. It's just, I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're going to see that the month that November is such a busy month with so many big games, and just spacing it out, they really don't know what they could do. So it is what it is, but we'll have to see. At the end of the day, guys, I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on this? When do you think, Dying Light 2 will release? And when do you think we'll get a brand new gameplay trailer? I really want to know. And let me know down below, guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I do appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, because it does help out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay sane. And stay safe.